comfortable, John?
I'm just getting comfy and settling in.
We could always cut
Very
that
nice.
out.
Hello!
Almost certainly
No,
we won't cut it out. Well, welcome to Fireside Chat number
5, is it?
Number 5.
Number 5.
And the perceptive amongst you will be able to tell what the news is this week, which is that the book has been delivered. There it is, in glorious...
And we've got this many copies left now, so... hurry, hurry, hurry.
And the 2,000...
There's almost 12 left.
But there we are, in glorious Technicolor and laminated cover. There is the world of children's magic with all 60 of the contributors, including...
Yes, I'm in there.
But don't let that put you off.
Still made the
cut.
My contribution.
It's
a good book. It's a good book. I've had a really good look through it today, and it's absolutely great. And,
he got stuck on some of the longer words, but I was able to help him on those. But we talked about this a little bit last time, but that was only a proof copy. Actually seeing the finished product, well, it's
glossy. It's well produced. The photographs, so it's really nice. Good. It's really, really nice, and I've seen some of these routines in action. I've seen the Joaquin Cotkins Bad Luck Umbrella routine. He absolutely killed at the Magic Castle with that in January. Watched him do that routine 3 times, every single time.
I think he means that it was very popular. Rather
it was
than
very good. It was an excellent routine.
Modern language, you see.
He killed, he slayed, he knocked him dead. It's not modern, is it?
Laid them out in the
Get
aisles.
with it.
Alright, get with it.
Get with it.
I'll do my best.
Be cool and groovy like the rest of us.
So anyway, there we are. That is the children's book, and it's great to actually have it here.
Yeah,
being released for Blackpool. While we're talking about conventions, we have just finalised what we're going to do for Kidology later in the year, which of course is in September, beginning of September, and this will be news to John because he doesn't know what we're actually going to do.
Nope.
We've got 3 lectures and 4 mini lectures, 4 workshops, and we've got, first of all, we've got Steve Short, who is talking about On the Road Again, touring with a stage show. Awesome. He went all around the country taking it into theatres. We've got Sally Ridgely, who is talking about clown doctoring and special needs, which is something that she is very well up on indeed.
That's interesting.
Because I think that is very difficult if you've never done that sort of thing before.
Yeah.
And we also have a great of magic, George Cavari, and ideas and inventions of the Great Cavari. He likes to keep his light under a bushel, George.
Yeah.
That's why he calls himself the Great.
That's his first name, isn't it? The Great.
It's not George at all.
George the Great Cavari.
And then we've got 4 little workshops. We've got one on mini balloon modelling. This is not these huge models that take 14 weeks to make.
I don't do those.
Like a Boeing 747.
No patience.
But these are very small giveaway balloon models. We've got someone talking about backroom sales and busking, in other words, how to make money, how to increase the amount of money that you're making on your show with sales afterwards, and also busking when things are quiet and you haven't got many shows, so you wouldn't be able to sell at the back of the room because you haven't got a show. There's a very interesting one which Steve Evans is going to host, which is an interactive workshop, and you can only go into this if you're prepared to actually contribute. And what it is, it's practiced ad-libs and one-liners. So they're going to call this workshop, not that one, the clean one.
That's good.
Everybody has to.
For that. I'm going to that.
Everybody has to chip in with at least one idea, one of their favourites. Yeah. You don't go along with something that you don't particularly like and think I'll just fob that one off. And pick up all the good ones.
That's what I usually do.
And the last one is Gary Dunn, who's if I say sound and music, don't worry, he's not actually going to sing. We don't want to put everybody off, but he's going to talk about sound and music in your act and sound systems, which is something that he knows quite a lot about. So there we are. That's Kidology coming up later in the year.
That sounds great.
Tuesday, September the 6th.
Yeah.
So there we are. We've talked about the pile of books and we've talked about Kidology.
Have you got a script? You didn't give me one.
Well, I've got a... I wouldn't have remembered all
I'm not allowed to prepare for these things, and it's sitting here.
Look, if you
this
have...
pile of books is obscuring.
I'll start moving them.
Script.
If you have the technology, you ought to use it.
Well, actually, I was going to talk about that because people have been talking about the amazing technology you've got here with this this actual sort of interactive view screen.
Well, it is entirely interactive because.
Well, I mean, I've seen it in action before. I mean, it's fantastic because it will look for all the world like a normal picture.
Well, that's it. So you've got this little remote, and if I just so
you're normally hiding that under the table when we work this. We're letting you behind.
Just keep it out of sight.
We're letting you behind the puppeteers.
But all you have to do is press on button A, if I do so now, and we will cut to any part of the house that you happen to want.
So if you want to go to the kitchen.
Kitchen? Right, okay, you just...
No, hello.
Hello. And there we are.
Yeah.
There's Cheryl.
Yeah.
Busy as always, baking and cooking lovely meals.
You think she'd get us a cup of tea?
Can we have a cup of tea?
Fine.
That's good. All right.
And a cake, please, as well.
And a cake.
Brilliant.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Not too long. So there we are. Some modern technology. Now, just want to talk about two things. We've filmed these so you can actually watch them completely, but there are a couple of interesting items that we've got that we're going to be putting out for Blackpool. And this is a mutilated parasol.
Yeah, which I've just performed.
The great thing about this is that most mutilated parasols are about the size of this table, made of wood. This is very small, very compact. It's a mirror tube, obviously. And the other thing, we've had these beautiful umbrellas. This obviously is the mutilated one. But we've got this one, a really lovely rainbow design, which...
They're nice, these, aren't they?
I think they're gorgeous. And they are a perfect size for children's shows.
I've just performed this in Jeremy's studio.
Studio?
Yeah, studio facilities.
You mean the garage?
Yeah, well, it's extensive.
With no heat
facilities.
on. With no heat on.
Yes, it's great. It motivates you to perform.
So there we are. There is there's a small version of the mutilated parasol with a rather.
I did this years ago, but again, like you say, with a very big one with a mat that you roll up.
Yes.
And it was a lot to carry, and this is nice.
But that's all you've got.
That's all you've got. And I stick that in the trunks I'm even using now. The other ones, I say the trunks. I mean, I don't perform in trunks generally.
All right. Okay. I'm glad you clarified that.
My puppet trunks that I perform with.
I think our viewers might have been a little worried. Nasty visions.
Visions
now,
of me performing in my trunks.
I want to just show something quite extraordinary. And again, we filmed this afternoon, but I want to draw attention to it. And this is something we've just brought in. This is a sample. It is the only one that we have. We're going to be taking it to Blackpool.
And it only flowers once every 100 years.
It only flowers once every 100
Isn't
years.
it? It's the only one we have, isn't it?
So, if I turn it on and actually use, again, our little interactive...
Oh, it's an animatronic
device. And actually, the best thing I can do is move completely away from it, just to show you.
That absolutely. Whoa.
And you should still be able to hear this.
I'm spooked.
Hear me talking perfectly.
Whoa.
But there is a beautiful display of 10 rose blooms.
That's lovely, isn't it?
And I think that this would make a wonderful routine with. Kicking another prop over. A wonderful routine with the Goofus story, where you run it through.
There's a running gag all the way through.
Right at the end.
I mean, Supreme used to put out various magic gardening things, so there's so many ideas you could use with that. I mean, you could have the snake can as the fertiliser, couldn't you?
Oh, that's a nice
Snakes
idea.
Everywhere, trying to get the snakes back in again.
Yes.
Or they could be caterpillars or whatever you might find in a plant, something like that. Or you could have gardening book with spring flowers in it. You could open it up and, no, not these flowers, we don't want those flowers, you know, anything like that.
Oh, that's great.
We used to have the sort of, I think we used to have one of those, a cardboard book with, you know, gardening tips, and you open it up and you've got spring flowers inside it and they come out. And,
I mean, you could use it just as it is and use it throughout your show as a gag, and it doesn't bloom, it doesn't bloom, it doesn't bloom, and then right at the end you apologise to the children. And the best thing to do is actually be in front of, and I'm probably going out of camera now, but be in front of the plant when you fire it off, so that when you do press it, you're talking, the children can see it behind you, you can't see it at all.
Focus on this camera, I'm sure. If we go blurred from now on, it's Jeremy's fault.
So there we are. I think this is quite extraordinary. So we are asking people if they are interested in this to pay a deposit. We will get these in, but there won't be any more before the convention, and there's a very good reason for that. This came in, I really liked it. I contacted the people in China who make it, and they have just gone for a 2-week holiday for the Chinese New Year. So no more will be made until they get back. But we will have it at Blackpool, and if you're coming to Blackpool, do come and have a look at it, because it's as beautiful as it looks here. So there we are. At the moment it's a one-off, but I'm sure that we're going to be bringing in...
oh, look at this! Yes! And the cake as well! Fantastic!
That's what you ordered, isn't it?
That's what I ordered, tea and cake. Lovely,
thank you very much.
Cheers!
Well, that's a perfect place to wrap up another Fireside Chat.
See you next time.
It's not real.
It's a real cake.